I was like, oh shit, I need to celebrate now. But I panicked, so all I did was like, I don't even know what that was. I think I was going like, no, I can't hear you. I'm just running in a circle.
Girls,
welcome in.
Yes, sir.
We have a very special guest in today.
We do indeed.
This is debatably top 3 funniest guys in the UK.
Yeah, it's
Give
clear,
or
man.
take.
Clear.
Yeah, gone
Yeah.
clear. And this person here, I've said publicly many times, has the best ads on the internet.
Yes, you have many times.
I've said the best times,
Many
innit?
times. So
the best ads on the
This ain't a
internet.
facade just because he's here.
Yeah.
You said it many times. This guy's a creative genius.
Yeah,
when it comes to
this
shit
guy's
like
super funny, super
Yeah.
sick. So guys, big round of applause for Italian Bach. Yay!
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, bro.
You're welcome,
Thank
bro.
you.
Thank you.
So I said it earlier, you are actually pretty jacked.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you. I wore a shirt slightly too small just so I get
Intentionally?
a compliment.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
It gets
I
like
miss
that.
those days. Do you remember the polo days?
Yes,
We used to wear polos
We
back
used to
in the
come
day.
in and
Oh, bro, we used to
work.
Yeah, not to work.
fuck
Just
that.
out of
Yeah, to uni.
On
in
a
uni.
night out,
Yeah.
we used to wear like extra smalls.
Yeah.
yeah.
Boy.
Are you slipping into extra smalls?
Yeah, bro, we were.
This is back a day.
We were. Yeah, it was pathetic.
Yeah.
It was a desperate. It was a desperate
just to
attempt.
squeeze
at-
some.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to feel.
Yeah.
Just to feel.
Just to
jacked.
feel hugged.
But you used to not to like start at the back. Pause. You used to do fitness content, no?
I did, yeah.
What was that like? That
was-
used to be my dream.
I enjoyed it. It used to be a dream.
So I was a PT for 8 years.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
So, and then Rem and I, we used to do fitness competitions back in the day.
Oh, sick.
Physique shows and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, who are our goes? Steve Cook,
Steve Cook,
Steve Cook.
Matt Ogus.
Matt Ogus, Mattis Valent,
Oh my God. Rob
yeah.
Riches.
Rob Riches,
The
all-
OGs,
all
bro.
the OG like Gymshark boys.
Yeah. Hodge Twins.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, throwback.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
Throwback, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, we were like balls deep in like OG fitness YouTube back in the day.
Yeah.
So that's what we was into.
Yeah, that was I really wanted to be a Gymshark athlete. So
same.
that's why I was like, and I was watching these people and I was like, oh, I just wish that I could get that. So I was doing it in like just a home gym. I was doing workout videos, but somehow I'd like amassed a following, like 50% of my audience was from India.
Oh,
I don't know how I managed that. And then TikTok got banned in India. So the account was going all right, but it didn't earn any money.
Yeah.
And I started to dislike it because I wanted to just work out and then I'd have to set up a camera and get these
Yeah.
videos. So I went off it a little bit and started like the Italian Batch account on the side. And then when that overtook, I was like, okay, I'll just do that.
Stick with that one.
What made you like want to do? Because that's like certainty with like. So my thing was when we wanted to do like fitness shit. If I wasn't going to be able to, it's ironic now because we do content. But at the time, if I couldn't do fitness stuff, I wouldn't just do content. Period.
Yeah.
What made you want to do just like content? I'm just going to do content.
I always wanted to do content, and I think I saw fitness as like an easier way in for me because I was already working out and stuff.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
had like a good knowledge of the fitness space. So I just watched loads of YouTube growing up, and then I loved Vine and stuff. So I was like, I always wanted to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I saw fitness as like a stepping stone to find my way into that space. And luckily it worked because then Italian Batch started to work and I was like, okay, now I can do this. Because I preferred that side of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out for me in the end.
With the Italian Batch stuff. So like, this is the, because your content is like obviously skit based for people who don't know, like Italian Batch does like insanely funny skits on TikTok. That shit is hilarious for one, so well played.
Thank you very much.
But easily justified with 5 million views. What's the feeling when you do like a nut skit when you're doing like barely any views?
That's that's a hard one to swallow because like you put yourself out there doing some weird stuff, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, these numbers aren't going up. You know, in the beginning it was always like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, oh, how weird can I get?
Before
Thinking
they
like,
start.
Oh, you thought it was like,
Yeah.
I'm just not doing weird enough.
Yeah, I thought I had to
fair.
put myself out there more to then see the numbers. It didn't always work like that. So they're still on my account as well. You can go back and see some weird videos.
Is there any
just
that
never
come
really,
to your mind that were like a flop?
Not really that comes to mind because I was following trends for a long time.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they weren't always like that funny. But yeah, I just remember that like if it hadn't have worked,
Yeah.
and I was just working a normal job now,
Yeah.
I probably would have deleted my account. Those sorts of videos that I wouldn't keep out there. You know?
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
sense.
So yeah.
Do you remember the that pivotal moment where everything turned and that the numbers were rising? Like, do you remember that one video?
Yeah, I think it started because I stagnated a bit around 500k.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Things went really well up to that point, but then I was like, I don't really know what to do now. It's sort of getting a bit repetitive. And then I don't know if you've seen this guy. His name is Thorin Bradley, I think. And he like chops up wood in America.
Oh, that guy, the wood chopping guy.
Yeah, you see that,
yeah.
but really sexually. And I was like, okay, I'm going to recreate these videos. I started recreating them. I did like
I saw those,
10
dude.
recreations.
Okay.
The numbers they did was were like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it just started, I just got so much
Snowball.
momentum off the back of that.
Nice.
And then I was like, okay, so this worked. And then for some reason after that, everything I posted sort of started to do well again. And then it just from that point onwards, I think just went. So yeah, it was that. All thanks to that guy. Spitting on
He's
stumps,
still
yeah.
cooking, you know.
he is.
You know
Yeah.
what's cool about that guy? He takes his wood chopping seriously.
serious, yeah.
Dude, like he does his thirst shit, but like I've seen videos where he's like genuinely critiquing like this
Yeah.
axe versus this axe.
Yeah.
And being like, yeah, this is bullshit because of this. And I'm like, bro,
He knows
get your
his
shirt
stuff,
off,
Yeah.
dude.
That's what the people
Yeah, get the fuck is this? Get the shirt off and chop the wood, bro. But yeah, he's not playing around, bro. He takes axe chopping seriously,
yeah,
dude.
he's serious about it. Yeah.
So with like, obviously, actually, no, I'm going to talk about this in a sec. I didn't even know until now. This is because obviously you said you wanted to be a YouTuber. Dude, your YouTube account is huge.
Yes, it's really starting to go well now. Yeah.
Bro, you're doing like, this guy's got a Reacts account. He's doing like 1 million a vid easy.
Fair.
Dude, like, how long have you been doing that channel for?
That channel, I think I started like when I was doing fitness content. I think I uploaded like 3 videos to that account, and then I left it a couple months, and then I came back to it and uploaded a bunch of videos. Never got anywhere. Left it for maybe like a year, and then I came back to it. So I want to say it's like I've been uploading consistently for like 2 to 3 years, maybe 3 years on that account. It took so long in the beginning to get anywhere with it. But then once that first video goes, and the first video was like it was like love at first kiss. So it was people kissing each other to see if it worked sort of awkward. I remember it's such a tough watch. But people seem to love that video.
Is that the one with the Indian guy?
Yeah, the TLC.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck, yeah, I know exactly what you're
And then
talking
he just
about.
thanks them at the end. He's like, thank you.
Oh, that's brutal. That's a brutal
it's
watch.
tough. Yeah. So that content sort of carried the reaction.
Okay.
And from there, like the videos just started to do well, and then it's been slow burn ever since.
Dude, this guy's caked. Yeah, that's just
Different
making
avenues.
fucking cash, bro.
Yeah, different avenues, bro.
That's insane. Sorry.
This is for like the people that don't even know whatsoever. Where did Italian Batch actually come from? What was the birth of that?
Yeah, that was so after I had the Isaac Smith Fit account, I was like, I need to differentiate the like comedy account enough. So I was like, I can't use my name. Also, Isaac Smith is really boring as a name. So I was like, okay, I need something else. And my gamer tag was Italian Batch from when I was like, I think I must have made it when I was like 8 years old.
Okay.
I'm only a quarter Italian, but I was like, at the time I was like, oh, I'm gonna call myself Italian bitch.
Yeah,
So I
okay,
thought-
nice.
So I thought that was like really sick. Obviously Xbox wouldn't let me have that. So then it just became Italian Batch. And then I thought,
Fair.
I might just use my gamer tag as my name
Dude,
online.
that's like
So-
this. That's like the OG story of that's Mr. Beast story as well, right? That's like everyone's story. It's
Yeah.
just the gamer tag.
just use a gamer tag.
You as well?
That's my story.
Ram, yeah.
That's your story as well, yeah.
Ram, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Fair.
What was your gamer tag growing up?
Fucking Pikachu something.
Really?
What?
Damn. Do you know what yours was?
Flow _ 2K6.
Florence. Mine was Suntan Superman.
I think, yeah, you've had discussion before, yeah.
So ridiculous.
Tan Super.
Suntan Superman. That's what mine was.
Oh, that couldn't have rocked that. That couldn't have. You'd have been cancelled time ago.
Humiliating, bro. Wow, I thought it was like the shit.
I can imagine. Yeah.
All right, cool. So one thing that I want to talk to you about is you're like every girl's dream right now.
I had no idea where that was going.
Yeah.
How do I say this?
Yeah, how do I say this? Yeah, like your kind of like dichotomy, because your girlfriend does content as well, right?
Yeah.
I've seen a few of you guys' vids, and like I love how everyone is like super supportive of you, super supportive of your girlfriend.
Yeah.
But if she was out of the picture, they'd also be very happy. Like how has that been for like you guys, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Just like navigating that. I was like, because every year it just seems like you just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
I think it was in the beginning, it was slightly tougher because Liv didn't make content.
Okay.
So people weren't necessarily aware. And I didn't post much in my private life online. So people weren't necessarily aware that I had a girlfriend.
Makes sense.
So the comments would be like
Thirsty.
more graphic. Yeah.
What a term.
But she was holding the camera for a lot of the time for you, right?
Yeah. So I would use my my girlfriend and my sisters to help me film the video. So it'd be like a combination of them.
I just couldn't.
Could you not?
No,
Too
bro.
awkward.
Too awkward.
Way too awkward, bro.
In the beginning it is, but then you just get used to it. You do just get used to it.
What's like the first? Okay, so when you started the Italian Batch account and you need someone to hold the camera, who's the first person that you asked to hold the camera?
I can't remember if it was Liv or if it was my younger sister. It might have been. I think it might have been my younger sister.
And she was just like, "Cool, do what?" You were like, "Did you
Actually,
explain
no.
I'm going to do this?"
No, it was Liv. It was Liv.
Okay.
Yeah, because we went out. So because I'd filmed a few videos before that with a tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was
It's
like
not-
this.
doesn't-
And it was like this creepy PE teacher skit. It did well, but it was like Liv already knew what was coming. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay.
she could see what the tripod had to go through. So she knew what
Makes sense.
She knew what was coming.
Makes sense.
And we've been together now for like 8 years.
Nice.
We've been together for years at the time. So it was already like past any awkward stage.
Oh, okay, that's
It
fair.
would- okay,
That's
cool.
fair.
She knows what she's in for. So it was like, it was fine from the get go with her. But when we then went, she started making content.
Yeah.
Things just got way nicer. Like my fans are super sweet in the fact that they really support her as well. And so it's really not an issue now. Like,
was there ever like when she started, was there ever that fear that they wouldn't be like super supportive?
Yeah, I think she was a little worried in the
Yeah.
beginning to be like, to put herself out there and then maybe have people being like, oh, who's this sort of thing.
It's
But
difficult, man.
They weren't. They were actually really, really nice. So
Fuck yeah,
so
dude.
yeah, it was really, really fortunate for that because some people don't get lucky like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, it's been really, really good. Yeah.
And it wasn't awkward with your sisters helping you out with the videos as well?
Nah, because they knew
Who
they'd
you-
seen
yeah.
like the videos I'd made with the tripods, and they were like, they don't really get cringed out easily, which is helpful. So yeah, they were just like, you know, I would just be directing. Also, sometimes when I'm like filming the videos from
Yeah.
the point of view of the cameraman, they don't really know what video I'm necessarily filming.
Okay, cool.
Because I
Okay.
won't necessarily go through it with them. I'll just say, okay, can you just hold that there? And then follow me. I'm going to do this. I
Yeah.
just warn them what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And so they're probably just more confused than anything. They're
Okay.
like, okay, yeah, whatever, I'll just do this. And it became a bit of like a habit, like ritual. Every time Liv was round or if my little sister got back from school, I'd be like, you know what time it is?
Camera in
So yeah, camera in
How
hand
often do
straight away.
you, I think it's a twofold question. How often do you get creative in like the videos you want to create and how often do you record them?
Okay, nice.
Because your videos are hella creative.
So yeah, I mean, when I have like at the moment, I don't have like a format of where I like sit down and come up with ideas. They're more just like, if I think of something throughout the day, I'll write it down.
Okay.
And then each day in the morning, I'll be like, okay, I need to film something today. I'll have a look through the ideas. And then I'll be like, okay, how can I make this more interesting or like more weird, to be honest? Like the weirder you make something, the better it seems to go for me anyway.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course,
Because then
that makes
people
sense.
are like, why is his brain going there?
Yeah.
So I mean, every day I'll sit down and I'll like look through my ideas and think, what can I do? How can I make it slightly different? But now I'm getting less and less time for that because YouTube is taking more of like a forefront in my mind. But when I find if I go away, I have loads more time
makes sense.
for like TikTok and I'll be more creative when I'm away. So yeah.
Have you always had that like, because that's like, it takes people a long time to get into that habit of like every day I'm going to do this and all do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously you had the fitness account and then you've immediately transitioned to this one and then like YouTube, your podcast. Like, is it just something you just been like really, really, really good at habit building, or is it more of just like a passion of like I really, really want this thing?
Yeah.
So like for context, when we started, I'm lazy as fuck. But when we started, I was in the worst job ever.
Yeah,
So I would
okay.
spend all my time editing our clips and thinking of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And it was easy for me because I just like hated my situation. But luckily, because of that, the habits were built over the time.
Yeah.
Like if I was in like a comfy, chill situation, it would have been really difficult for me to be like,
Motivated
all
and
right,
stuff like
okay, today,
Yeah.
editing, clips, this, ideas, that. Is that like something for you that just like comes naturally, or you had to like really go
No,
for
I
it?
think it was because it came from like a passion of just really wanting to be a YouTuber overall. Like that was my end goal. And so I was like, okay, if I just put all my time into TikTok, then that's like a stepping stone to
Yeah,
YouTube.
for real.
And,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, I think it was just that passion to just want to get to a certain place. So I was like, okay, I need to do this every day. I already had I had good discipline anyway from like working out. Like, I worked out every day. So if I put my mind to something that I was like super interested in doing, I tend to just get it done. So for that, it just meant that I procrastinated other things.
Yeah.
So, but
Something not to give.
yeah, I
Something
found
not to give,
it easier to put my time into that than put my time into like uni work or something. So it was like kind of a bit of an escape from other things I had to do,
Yeah.
which kind of helped build that habit, and then it just became a habit. Yeah.
Fair, bro. So you, dude, like, you're a YouTuber now. Like you're a big boy YouTuber now.
Yeah, I never know if I can use the term on that, you know, because if you start on TikTok, I feel like it's hard to then like get that YouTuber title. You know?
I get you, but nah, you're like full fledged. Like, bro, when I saw your main YouTube channel, I was like, fuck, this dude's doing like dumb views, and not on shorts either. That's another technicality.
Yeah.
That's the one that like that's the trigger one where people transition from TikTok to YouTube, but it's like mainly YouTube shorts. And the vids get like 250 views, and then shorts are doing like 5 mil. And they're like, bro, I'm a YouTuber. And it's like, technically,
you're shorter.
Yeah, you're shorter. But yeah, dude, you're like smashing it on YouTube.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Are you gassed?
Yeah, so gassed. Yeah, because that was like my main goal. So I was like, when it started working, so happy, so happy.
Oh, sick, bro.
Yeah, I feel like it's such a community on YouTube as well. You guys will know, obviously. So it's like, it's just so sick.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, you're fully, not only that, but I can imagine growing up watching so much YouTube, you're really like fully embedded in like the UK YouTuber scene as well. Like, what's it been like kind of like doing shit with like the Sidemen and like the fellas, and obviously you have your own podcast, and what's that been like in terms of like, does it just feel normal, or?
It feels normal now, but it was so weird in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching these guys, especially like, I use Chris MD as an example.
Yeah, good shout.
Super great friends with him now. But I watched almost all of his videos when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And then when I first met him, I was so awkward and fat. I was so shy and nervous, which is so weird to look at now because like we're just great friends.
Yeah.
So now it's very normal, but in the like, I went through the stage of when I met everyone that I know now.
Yeah.
I was so awkward in the beginning. Like I remember when I first went on the Fellas podcast.
Yeah.
I think that was like the first big podcast I'd gone on, or like the first podcast I'd gone on full stop.
I think ours is the same, you know.
Ours was
I
the
think
same.
Fellas was the first big podcast we went on as well.
Yeah.
I was so awkward.
Yeah.
And they've told me since, like after I did that pod with them, they were like, God, he's so quiet. They thought I was completely different to how I was online. Because I was so nervous. I was like, these guys are huge. Like I grew up watching them.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's normal, which is just such a strange thing to say. But yeah.
Bro, and you did the, obviously did the charity match the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, take your time. Talk us through it. I'm talking about from when they asked you to play to you're banging goals.
Yeah, that is nuts. I got it was like a really weird, like there's always the phase of the charity match. I had it last year where I was like, oh, is there a chance I get asked to play? And it's like the 2 months leading up to it, you're like waiting on your phone, like and then maybe they'll ask you to be in a video, and you're like, oh, could this be like an announcement sort of thing? Last year it never happened. And this year I was thinking, okay, we're 2 months before. Could they invite me to a video and then maybe ask me on the video or whatever? I just got a random text from Harry late night on like a Sunday saying, get your boots ready, you're in the charity match. And I was like, I feel like he's fucking with me.
Yeah, okay. That's the worst person to get text from as well.
Yeah, Harry was like, he's so unserious that it could just be, but he was serious. I was even saying to Liv, I was like, do you think he's fucking with me right now? But I was like, oh mate, thank you so much. Yeah. So from that point onwards, I was super hyped. I was trying to keep it to myself. Didn't really want to like go.
How much notice was this, by the way?
This was, I want to say just a couple months before. It might Yeah, it was a couple months before. So maybe it was even longer.
For real?
Yeah, maybe it was even longer.
Okay,
could have been like 3 months before. They locked it in a while beforehand, I think.
Okay, nice.
Year. But yeah, since getting that, like every time I would think about the charity match, I would get like butterflies, nervous, like struggling to sleep, playing things out of my head. And I was telling myself, right, I need to get training, sort of thing. But then you just got to wait around for months until it starts coming up. And then you go to the hotel the night before. So the night before that I went to the hotel, I couldn't sleep because I was just playing it out in my head. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Slept the night, got to the hotel the next morning. It was like training, which was really sick. That I was a bit nervous for training because it was like, okay, this is the first taste of it. Yeah. So many streamers around, such a different world.
Oh, I bet.
Like when the streamers are out, there's like almost 10 people streaming, so high energy. It's like completely different to YouTube. Yeah. And it was all over the place.
I would have chaos. As you're talking, I'm imagining it. I would literally have a lot.
Yeah, so it was like, it was interesting seeing that world, like that side of it, because it is so different to YouTube. We did the training, we had like players' meal and stuff. Everything was great. I actually slept really well the night before as well, because I was so tired. And then we woke up and it was time, like got down to breakfast, had my breakfast. I was like being really tactical about what I ate and everything, acting like a full player. And the cool thing is like they lay out clothes for you. Like,
oh, sick.
They give you everything because it's sponsored by Adidas. So they give you the kit. So you like, it's nuts.
So sick.
It makes you feel like a real athlete. Like you're getting out, putting on your like training kit to go to training. Then you put on your traveling kit just for the coach. And then you're getting on the player's coach. It feels like you're an actual athlete. It's like that taste of being an athlete.
That's the coolest shit I've ever heard.
It's the closest I'll ever get to actually that life. Yeah. And then, you turn up to the stadium, get to the locker room, just insane. Like the changing rooms are just nuts. They've got ice baths in there and everything. Such a cool place. And then, you see your kit with your name on the back. I was like, damn.
That's so cool.
And then you go out and you do the training. Yeah. An hour before kickoff. That was crazy because that's when people were actually in the stadium. It was like half full at that point, and we were just there warming up. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm an athlete! Like, I'm actually a footballer." And then an hour later, kickoff starts. Just insane. Like I started on the bench, which I was grateful for because I thought if I started on the pitch, I'd be like running. I'd just gas out. I think so. I was like eased into it that way. Went on the pitch. I had a couple of chances coming early on and just straight at the keeper both times. And then on the third chance, scored a goal. And I was like, oh my God.
What was that feeling?
I didn't know what to do. I was kind of like in disbelief that it went in because I missed a couple times beforehand. Yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, I need to celebrate now. But I panicked. So all I did was like, I don't even know what that was. I think I was going like, no, I can't hear you. I'm just running in a circle. I'd like planned all these things beforehand. And I was like, oh God, just went out of the window. But it was just insane. And
so you had planned celebrations prior?
Yeah, I was going to do like this little like handspring thing over forwards. Oh, it's kind of like a half front flip. I was like, I'll get a bit acrobatic with it.
Yeah. Who did that in the Premier League? Someone did that. I looked to you like you would know. I've seen that celebration somewhere. I can't remember who it was though.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that would be sick if I could pull that off. Just went straight out the window. You just forget straight away.
I would, bro. That's fair enough.
You scored 2 goals, right?
Yeah.
So what was the celebration for the second half?
The celebration for that one was like, I should not have gone in. That's literally what I did. Because it was, I'd shot, like I was actually trying to aim for the bottom corner. Okay. But I'd like struck the ball slightly to the left. So what happened was it was going to the keeper instead, but had right spin on it. So then it just sort of like curved past the XQC. So he was like confused by the ball, but it wasn't like in a corner or anything. It was pretty central. Okay. So the goal was like pretty bad, but it went in. So I was like, I'll take it. Yeah. But it was insane. And then coach back is like, I thought the coach back would be super hyped, but everyone was actually really knackered. So I was sort of like, that was it. Like, just such a crazy day.
Insane experience.
So cool.
Insane.
Do you feel like, because I really struggle with like being present in like really, really big moments in my life. Did you feel like at the time, were you able to kind of like conceptualize like, I'm doing it, I'm here?
Yeah, I'm similar. I struggle to like take it in the moment. I was trying to, and I think I did the best that I can. Yeah. But I think I'm better at looking back, like if I can see footage or like, I think I'm better at that.
There was crazy footage of it as well.
Like, wow. Yeah, that's sick. So I think that's where I'm better at like reflecting and being like, wow, that's a really cool thing to happen. So,
now that you've done it, do you feel like you're in the running for next year as well?
Or are you
praying for it, or are you like, okay, I've done it now, I'm happy.
I'm so happy that I've done it now. Yeah. But I would love to do it again. So I think, maybe I'll just set it as a goal and then we'll see, but you just never know. Yeah. Because they're always changing up like what they want to do.
Yeah, for real, man. That makes sense.
Yeah. Is there anything you do differently now that you have done it if you were invited back next year?
I might actually plan a celebration and go through with it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
If I were to score, I might do a bit of training because this year I didn't really get time to do any training.
Okay.
But I saw a lot of people were taking training quite serious. So maybe
Fair.
if I knew like
I saw
2
their
months
streamers
before,
training.
people
bro.
are going for it.
They take it like Marlon was taking it dead
Yeah, it was like,
seriously, bro,
yeah.
for ages.
Yeah,
So-
pre-camp stuff. I was thinking,
Yeah, so
damn,
it's
bro.
like if I know 2 months before, then maybe I'll start training.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I'll do different, I think.
Nice.
Fair.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your podcast?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
How did that come about?
That was so I'd made a couple videos with Arthur online, hadn't met in person, and then I was in talks with fellas to do a podcast, solo podcast, and so was he separately.
Oh, okay.
And I think actually me going on the fellas and being so quiet meant that solo pod didn't
Oh,
happen.
they were like,
Oh,
just
so
come
they
on,
need someone else.
Part
Yeah,
of it was a trial, so they're like, nah, that's not going to work. You know, just me sat there saying nothing. So then I got a call from Arthur out of nowhere, just saying basically that he was talking to the fellas. He knows that I am.
Okay.
Do we want to do a podcast together? And I was like, yeah, why not? We'll give it a go. And I think the first time we met in person, oh no, it wasn't on the podcast. It was first time we met in person. We turned up to a pub to talk about it, go through the name and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Landed on Bach Arthur, so super creative. Yeah. And then the next time we met after that was on the podcast, and that was it. So
Damn, bro,
That's
that's interesting.
yeah, went straight into it.
You guys had worked together a few times prior to that, you said?
Yeah, a couple times we did like reaction videos over Discord, so we've seen
sick.
each other online,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
yeah.
like not face to face. So.
But during those times on Discord, did you feel like there was a chemistry of like you guys can bounce off each other's emotions and
Yeah.
ideas and things like that?
we knew that we had like the same sense of humor
Okay.
and similar interests. So I thought it was kind of a risk, to be honest. Now I look back on it, but we thought at the time like this would probably work.
Fair.
And just lucky that it did, because
Nice.
if there was just
Oh,
we
bro,
just
it could've
clashed,
been-
that could have been
yeah.
awful. But
Brutal.
no, we got away with it. So yeah.
Okay, sick, man.
Nice, well
and you
done.
guys went on tour as well?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
we
just
did.
about to ask,
Yeah.
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 How did you find that?
That was really cool. Yeah. It was my first taste of something like that. So
course.
yeah, so sick. Just getting it's such a weird one where you're getting like the immediate reaction from a crowd.
Yes, bro.
So weird,
yes,
rather than
yes.
waiting for comments to come
Yeah.
out and
Yeah.
then not sure how it's going to be. You just get an immediate reaction. So it was so cool.
It's decent, man. Because
Yeah.
it puts in perspective of like how many people actually is like
Yeah.
like 1,000. You get like 1,000 views,
Yeah.
and most people will be like, oh.
That's dead.
Yeah.
But when you
That's-
see
when
1,000
you
people,
see
seeing 1,000 people, you're
it's
like,
different,
holy
yeah.
fuck,
that's a lot
Nuts.
of people.
yeah, it's insane, man. How many shows did you do?
We did 8 shows.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, we had like a weird route. We went, I think we went north and then south again,
Okay, cool.
and then back up north,
Okay.
and then
Been
back
there,
south. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all over the place. I mean, yeah, you guys must.
yeah.
Every time we go into our manager asks us the same question. What was your peak and what was your pit? So
Okay.
same
Nice.
question to
All
you.
right. Peak would probably be the finale.
Okay.
It
Was
was
that in
like
London?
it was
Yeah.
the biggest show as well that we did was the Palladium. So it was
Palladium,
like
yes.
really sick.
That's a nice
such
venue.
such a cool venue. So that would be the peak, and then it's just like the accumulation of everything at the end was just so cool. And then probably the lowest is like it'd probably be the traveling, because we did we
standard.
did the Palladium, and then we had to go back up to Glasgow in between. So it was like just the journey, I think,
What
was
the-
just like, damn, got to go up there to come back down.
That's crazy
Jesus.
logistics. That's
Yeah,
crazy
so,
logistics.
yeah, it's probably.
What was your we have a Glasgow show. I've had mixed reviews about Glasgow. What was your Glasgow show say?
It was actually really good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it was good. Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard they like to get bevied up and then go for it.
It's an interesting town, but the crowd was great.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I
And the
can
venue was
imagine.
cool. So yeah, it was good actually.
Fair play, man.
Yeah.
Would you tour again?
I don't know if I would.
Okay.
We've spoken about it briefly, but I don't know if I would. It is a lot, and we only did 8 shows. I mean,
Yeah.
how many? You guys must do way more, right?
So we
I think we're doing 8 to 10 this time.
this time we're doing like 10.
I think we're doing 10 this time.
10,
But
yeah.
on our last American show
So it's
tour, we did
20.
20.
what was that like being in America going on tour?
Again, peaks and pits. The
Travel was a
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
nightmare.
Oh yeah, because
It
America's
wasn't-
huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was
we
hell
did
on earth.
because we just got back from America last week. We did 2 shows in America last week, and even that was only 2 shows.
Yeah.
But then we did a show in Nashville,
Yeah.
which we probably wrapped. We probably got back to the hotel at like 11,
11-ish,
10, 11,
yeah. Wow.
and then we had to get up at 5 the next day. So it was literally finish the show, go straight to the hotel, find something to eat, pack all your suitcases, straight to the hotel the next morning, and then we went to Austin and we had a show in Austin that night.
Oh my
So
god.
we literally
yeah.
land in Austin, go to the hotel, check in, find something to eat, and then straight to the venue for like sound check and stuff. That
Super
shit
intense,
is
yeah.
like
Intense, bro.
rough.
Yeah.
But again, the crowds in America are like a different level.
Yeah, it's very rewarding.
really like
Yeah, so they're like so. How do I explain? Like how they act in the comments is exactly how they are when they meet
Really?
you.
No
yeah,
way.
they don't waste any
That's-
time, and they're
Yeah.
like they'll make their own merch and like,
sick.
bro, like, we must have signed so many signatures for people to get tattooed as well.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Tattoo, just
That's
get-
fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
Americans are like they're really,
diehards.
really
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like in
But
a
they're
good
grateful.
way.
They're so grateful that you're there.
Yeah, they're super grateful.
because you've gone the way. Yeah,
Exactly.
all the way there,
Whereas
yeah.
like in the UK, I think everyone's like super lovely, but we try our best to like play it cool.
yeah, we're way more reserved.
Yeah,
aren't we?
insanely.
Yeah.
And then like we'll get home and be like, that was the fucking best time I've ever had. So at the time we're like, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
it's like, yeah, cool.
Well played. Yeah.
But in America, they're like, nah, I need to tell you right now, like how, how excited I am, which is like, it's so refreshing.
Yeah.
It's super, super nice.
Yeah,
I feel like there are two completely different sides because obviously the side that people see on social media is like this fun, this quirky, different side, but you actually studied astrophysics.
yeah,
Like that's
Oh, yeah.
that's mind-boggling to me.
What the
bro.
fuck is that about? What,
Yeah,
first of all,
so-
what does astrophysics actually mean?
Astrophysics is just the physics of the universe.
Okay.
And that was just, so my degree is planetary science and astronomy. So I studied like astrophysics, cosmology. Yeah. Just a bunch of, I was basically buying time for social media.
Okay.
Because I'd finished sixth form and then I took a year out working at M&S. I was looking for like a degree apprenticeship on the side, but couldn't find anything.
Okay.
So I worked at M&S. I was doing fitness stuff at that time.
Nice.
And then briefly started Italian batch. And at the end of that year of working at M&S, I was like, okay, I need to do something. So and COVID has sort of started to hit. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do uni online. So I did a degree in planetary science and astronomy. I was like, this will buy me time so I can create content on the side the whole time.
Bro, out of all the subjects for buying time
I
for
know.
content,
I know.
that sounds like the bottom of the list, bro.
It's because I had I get like obsessions with certain like topics. And at the time I was obsessed with the stars.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do a degree in it. So that really just drove that.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of glad because it was a sick degree to do. Until like third year where it got so mathematical, I almost dropped out. I did carry on in the end. But for the first couple of years, I was just juggling. Like I was working at M&S part-time, doing the degree, still doing Isaac Smith Fit and Italian batch. And the whole purpose was just to make Italian batch work by the end of it. And by third year, it had. So I was like, okay, I've managed to get the degree. And then at the end, I was like a YouTuber. So it's like, kind
Bro,
of
so
an
did
ideal outcome.
astrophysics to focus on his social media career.
I
Bro,
know.
what the fuck?
I know. It was
doesn't
funny
make
as well.
sense.
It was funny because at the end, my nana was like, oh, so what are you going to do now? Are you going to like pursue a career in like astronomy and whatever? And I was like, no, I'm just,
do
just
some
stick with
quiz
YouTube. I
online.
think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, sick. Do you have any like amazing universe facts for us?
Good question.
Oh, please
Good
say just
question.
one.
I'd say, so the closest galaxy to us is Andromeda. And I can't remember the year. I think it's like 4 billion years. It will collide with the Milky Way. But it's not like any of the stars or any of the planets will collide with each other because the space in between is massive. But it will create one massive galaxy called Milkdromeda.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Unfortunately, we're not going to be around for it.
Yeah.
But beforehand, like Andromeda galaxy is going to get closer and closer into the sky. So if you look forward like 4 billion years and you looked up into the sky, you would be able to see.
Like Pandora in
Yeah,
Avatar.
it would just be nuts. Just at the Andromeda galaxy across like that.
That's
So
insane.
we're missing out on that.
Fuck. Do you have another one? That was insane.
You want another one?
Yeah,
That was
please,
cool.
bro.
That was
Please,
really
bro.
cool, this one.
At least one more.
I
No
think
pressure.
He was like,
I'm like,
Let me see what I can give you. No, I just thought what I've learned a lot about was like exoplanets. So before
What's that?
doing it's just any planet outside of our solar system.
okay.
So before doing the degree, I assumed that they were like really rare. Turns out that almost every star or most stars will have its own like stellar system, like its own solar system. So every star you see will have planets around it. And most of the time, the like gas giants, which we've got Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, they are closer into the star and they're called like hot Jupiters.
Oh,
So our solar system is really unique in the fact that Jupiter,
it's further out.
Saturn, and all the gas giants are further out. It's
Interesting.
usually the other way around. So it's really cool seeing like some of these systems and the way that their like stellar system is set out, and you see the gas giants close in and then the terrestrial planets further out. So we're just super lucky that it's worked out this way. And
Yeah.
But obviously you have to be to get life and then be aware of that fact.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's just quite.
Mate, fair play. That was everything I was hoping for.
Yeah, that was a cool.
That was really, really, really cool. Do you think you have any, obviously, so right now, Italian Batch is flying, podcast is flying. Oh, that's what, friends from work.
Yeah.
How's that going?
New venture. Yeah, it's going well. Although it's going well in terms of how people have received it and stuff, but behind the scenes, we're still figuring things out. You know?
Oh,
It's
for real? Like how?
Yeah. It's just, I think we thought we were more prepared than we were. We got like 6 videos filmed in advance. We're like, at the moment, we're probably like 8 videos ahead in terms of what we've got in the backlog. But we didn't have like the systems in place, like set up, like people and stuff. So
yeah,
like editing wise, production we've got fine now, but it's more like the editing behind the scenes and everything, getting things out. We weren't so organized on that front. So we're still figuring out like everyone's roles, who does what, who's best to do what, and getting people and stuff. So that's going on in the background, but it's going well other than that.
Yeah.
Like when the videos go out, they're received well.
Good.
They're super fun to film. And yeah, I'm really
how
enjoying
are you
it.
how are you finding like balancing the diary and stuff? Because that's like a lot of full on content now.
Yeah, it's becoming harder
Yeah.
for sure. I think I'm just trying to say no to certain things more to make time for. I'm just trying to get my priorities straight.
Well, thanks for coming in today, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
cool. Well,
facts.
this was
Yeah.
higher priorities. Let's
go. Appreciate
So I'm a
it.
big fan. So
Appreciate
yeah.
it.
Oh, thank you, bro.
No,
It's
it's good to be here.
Because it is tough. Like we've found the same that what do we have, 4 shows now?
Yeah.
4 shows that we try and get an episode out weekly.
Yeah.
And then it only becomes, at the time, it's like, yeah, easy. And then when more things start happening, you have to say no to this. And then like, obviously you got like touring and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
It does become like, okay, this is
Yeah.
a lot. I can see why the big guys only release like an episode a month.
Yeah.
Because this is getting like
Tough,
insane.
yeah.
But how did that come about that you guys all agreed like, okay, this is something that we should pursue together?
Yeah, I mean, people had put us together in like this group online for a while. So we were like, it would be a cool thing to do at some point and it would make sense. And we were going to do it like months ago, but George got offered Strictly and
Yeah.
Arthur was going on tour. So there were so many things like coming up where we were like, okay, we'll leave it for a bit and then we'll revisit it later. Because we'd made videos together before, like a bunch of videos. We know the dynamic works. And then after George finished Strictly, Arthur got back from tour. We were like, okay, let's just start filming stuff. Just started filming stuff and then launched. And we were so excited for launch as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
because it was just, it felt like we were an unofficial group for ages.
Yeah.
So then to make it like an official group was, yeah, just really cool to see it all come to life.
Bro, you know what, Leah? Like, I think the kind of like content collaboration, like group cycle that ends up naturally happening a lot, especially in like UK YouTube, because it's probably because we're just so small.
Yeah.
Is that so many people don't understand like how important it is to like for like the growth and success.
Yeah.
And like even just like the lore of like you said, where people thought you guys were like an unofficial group for so long, and then when you actually
Yeah.
make this thing, immediately everyone was like, fucking finally.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like one of those like, there's so much of this like Disney Channel crossover shit that happens
Yeah.
in YouTube
there really
that
is,
people
yeah.
don't really like consider it that much, but as like a viewer, it means like the world.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
more fun than having like your 2 favorite YouTubers like crossover.
Yeah.
And then if they have like a stint, even if it's not forever, if they have a stint where they are actually like a group,
Yeah.
you're just like, I
It's
can't
the
breathe.
greatest
It's so
thing, innit?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching YouTube as a kid and being like a huge fan. And then when I did see my 2 favorites get together, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God. And then you got no one to talk to about it.
Yeah, bro, literally.
Yeah. So no, it's cool seeing it happen now.
Oh, fuck, bro. That's so sick. Well played, man. I'm very,
Thank
very,
you.
very
I
happy for
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you.
Going back to touring for a second, what was, because you said you did 8 shows, correct? In
Yeah,
8
yeah,
different
yeah.
cities. What was like the most craziest fan interaction you guys ever had?
Oh, craziest fan interaction. I actually had a recent, I don't think we had any crazy interactions on tour, but recently we went to, we were filming with Chris in New Zealand, and part of his team asked me, what's the craziest like fan interaction you've ever had? And I was like, to be honest, I haven't had anything too nuts. And then in that very moment, this girl comes over, from New Zealand, full of energy. I can't repeat the words she's saying because they love to throw around the C word over there.
Oh, yeah,
She's
they do, bro.
She's like, you're the funniest man I've ever seen in my life. Like going mental in my face like this. But she was so lovely.
Yeah.
She said, like, she was just being super nice. She was just so high energy. And then she left. I just looked back at him. I was like, well, every now and then something like that. But I've not had anything like, nothing nuts really happen.
Did you just say you went to New Zealand to film something for Chris?
Yeah,
That's
Chris.
That's what I said. It's cool, bro. That's crazy.
That's one of those Disney things. Where
Yeah, bro,
Chris
what?
is like, because Chris basically, he was going over there to film, I know it was Reeve was going over there to film the Halfling half marathon. Like the Lord of the Rings through Hobbiton sort of thing.
Sick.
And then Chris was like, okay, I'm going to film some stuff around there as well. So he planned like 8 videos to film. Reeve had planned like 3 videos to film. And they were like, okay, we need to bring people out with us. So he brought myself, Arthur, and Chip out to New Zealand and Australia for like 3 weeks just to film all these videos pretty much.
That's so cool.
sick.
It was
I
such a
seen
cool,
Chip
yeah, it
on
was so cool.
Chip in New Zealand. I was thinking, what's he doing there?
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool. Because that was my first time over that side of the world as well.
Yeah.
So it was like
Far in
seeing
it.
so far, yeah. Yeah, you get done with one flight, you're like, I've got to do that
another.
again.
Yeah, bro.
It's long.
Insane.
Yeah.
Did you have like a favorite place in Australia?
We only went to Melbourne in Australia.
Oh, that was sick.
Still a
to be
good place
fair.
to go to, though.
That's the best place you could
Very
go, in
cool,
my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah.
But my favorite spot was in Queenstown in New Zealand. That's just unreal.
Yeah.
It's like have you been before? It's like
We didn't go to
We didn't
Queenstown.
go to Queenstown.
We went to, was
Where
it
the fuck did we go?
Auckland?
Oh, yeah, we went to
Auckland's
Auckland.
cool though.
That's
Yeah,
the
it
capital.
was
Is that
cool.
the capital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Or is it Wellington?
Oh, it
might be
is
Wellington.
It is
It's
Wellington.
one of those weird ones. Really.
Yeah. Did you go to Hobbiton, by the way?
We did, yeah.
Cool,
It was
innit?
so cool.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
Yeah, it's so weird seeing it in real life.
Yeah, it's insane.
Nuts.
Hobbiton's very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
Was there any embarrassing moments on tour? Like maybe on stage, or like you forgot a line that you were meant to say and you kind of like had to style it out?
I'm trying to think, I think watching it back, it's kind of embarrassing because the shit I was doing up there, but that was all planned. That was all planned.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything. Nothing really went wrong. We were really lucky with like that, but probably because the show wasn't so structured. So it was like we didn't have like necessarily lines to hit or certain things had to go a certain way. So we got lucky that nothing like went super. Oh, actually, we did have. Kahoot, the quiz thing.
Yeah.
We're supposed to end the shows with that. And it might have been Newcastle where just the Wi-Fi did not work.
Fuck.
So then we had to do like an impromptu talent show and we had people coming up to just do like rap. We were like, okay, someone come up and do something. and I was like, oh, anyone got any talents? And there was like this group of tap dancers put their hands up. And there was like 4 of them. And like, yeah, we can tap dance. I was like, oh yeah, come up. Anyone else can tap dance? And there was a bunch of people. They all came up. There was like a line of them. They got up, started dancing, but there was one girl just like doing nothing on the end. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They sort of went down and she stayed up. I was like, oh, you're not a tap dancer? She went, no. And just like pushed her thumb in the weirdest direction I've ever seen. I was like, okay, that's your talent. Nice. Okay, sweet. So we had that. That was like kind of awkward in the end. It was like, where do we cut this talent show short?
Yeah.
But other than that, it was all right.
That
It
would
was okay.
spin me.
I'm
The
too
Wi-Fi
scared.
going off
Yeah, I'd be
in
too
the
scared.
climax
Yeah, I'd
of
be
the,
too
Oh
of
yeah,
the
we
show.
were panicking. We were like talking to the edge, like, yeah, what's going on? Because we don't know what to do here.
We've
But-
had times like that as well where like sometimes, because we have like a good structure to our show, but we've had some shows where like a certain thing that we're doing ends up taking like 3 times as long as we thought it was.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, we're chilling. And then we'll have a show the next day and we're like, oh yeah, we'll just do that again. And this time, because it's not improv, you get into it and then you're like
quicker,
2 minutes
innit?
in, you're like, yeah.
Now what? It's not gonna work.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the time here thinking, fuck.
Yeah.
Still got an hour to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Still got
To
an
be fair,
hour
I
to
never
go.
talked to you about it, but it scares me a lot.
Bro, it's frightening.
Yeah,
It's
because
absolutely
we
frightening.
did obviously those 2 shows last week. One of them,
The first one was longer than the second
yeah,
one.
the first one was way
Yeah.
longer. And then I
Yeah.
remember segment-wise, once we got to like a certain point,
Yeah.
the time difference was like 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Scary.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it was 25
She
minutes
just got
difference.
super
and I'm
efficient
thinking, we've
over
got to
the
figure out where we're finding 25 minutes of content.
Yeah.
I was stressed, man.
What did you do in the end?
I don't even fucking
I don't know.
remember.
Just waffled
I
a
don't
bit
know.
more.
I think we blagged it, but yeah, it still kind of worked out.
It worked.
It still kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah, for real. Right, should we do questions from fans?
Oh, let's do that. Yeah.
sweet.
Right, so you've
Is that
got
on
the
this,
iPad
yeah?
down there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So nice and easy. Just read the question and then, let us know your answer.
Cool. If you had to go on any reality show, what show would it be? I would love to go on. Does Traitors count as a reality
yeah,
show?
that counts.
I would love to go on Traitors.
Do you think you could blag it really well?
I think I could, yeah. I I don't know. When it comes down to it, maybe not. I'm like, no, it can't be me. It can't be me, guys. But
Do you think you have a tell?
maybe I think I would just start sweating.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Yeah, maybe if I start overthinking it, then if I start thinking about the sweat, I'll sweat more maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think you're like confrontational enough to be like, it's this fucking guy?
No, actually, that would be my weakness.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because I would probably be at the table. Maybe if I thought it was you, let's say, I'd be like, oh, no, I think it's Fuad. And then it's the second you start pressing me back, I'll be like, no, I can't be him. No, you're right, maybe it's me. I wouldn't want any problems, so I'd just be like, nah, no. I wouldn't want any problems. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I would back down. I would back down.
Fair.
But the show itself is so entertaining, so I'd
Yeah,
love
it's
to be on it
decent,
'cause I
man.
like watching it. So yeah.
It's very, very cool. I think I'd like to do it, but I think
Yeah.
I also think I'll be
terrible.
I'm not good at pressing people, and also I'll be a terrible liar, especially for like
Yeah.
the span of time it takes. I think for the
True.
first couple of days I'll be decent, and then week 1, week 2, whatever, I'll be like, oh my god, this
Might
is
start
I
exhausting
won't
now.
be stressed if I know I'm not the traitor. If I know I'm the traitor,
true.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Especially with the little
Yeah.
I'll even be scared to do the evening sneak offs when they do their secret meetings.
Yeah.
I'll be scared to leave my room with the cloak and stuff. I'm like that. Are you sure no
Just
one's around?
legging it.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. But that would be the show that I'd like to go on.
Fair.
Sure. Next question. What is the YouTube scene like behind the scenes? How did you guys become friends off camera?
That's a good question.
To be honest, it's very similar. It's like it's just like it is on camera in a way. People do turn on like their camera persona slightly, but for the most part it's the same. And then you just like, if you get on with people in videos, you get invited to maybe they'll be like, oh, we're going to go to the pub afterwards, and that's when you like really connect off camera and speak to people and get to know each other. I think it just all sort of snowballs from that really.
With obviously we kind of ask this question a lot of the time, but like you have this like kind of group of friends now, but starting off it's literally just you.
Yeah.
Did you find it difficult with the transition of like getting into the spaces that you need to be, knowing that like you're literally just by yourself? Like even getting invited to the fellas on that first day, you just go in there by yourself, being like, okay, cool, I'm here.
Yeah. No, I found it really rough in the beginning because I was like I said, super nervous to meet any of these people because I watched them all. So I found it tough to get myself into these positions. But then once they start, it's like once you get, you guys must have found it as well. Once you get one opportunity, they all start to come after that. So it's like after the fellas, then another thing would pop up, and then another thing would pop up. And then I think the fellas invited me on they did a pub crawl sort of thing. And that I really got along with them well on there, and I wasn't so nervous. And
Okay, nice.
So we'd really broken the ice, and I thought I'd got along well with everyone. And then I think it was after that moment that I got invited to more stuff.
Nice.
And then, it just sort of starts coming through.
Decent.
And then you just, make connections with these people, and whoever you get along with, and it just works.
Fair.
Nice.
So,
I have a question for you actually, which I only found out kind of like recently, that I was talking to someone recently and they were saying that how like when they were growing up, they're from London, and when they were growing up, it was very easy for them to get into kind of like social media or wanting to do content or YouTube or whatever, because everyone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who is like an influencer or a YouTuber or this or that. Everyone's like friend of a friend of a friend with an artist or a producer or someone in that space. Where we come from in the country, I didn't know a single person. Like not one person who's ever done any content like ever.
Yeah.
Did that ever play on your mind when you were getting started?
Yeah.
Or did you know someone who done it or anything?
No, I didn't know anyone. And I knew that I was very like separated from like the hub in London of like where everyone knew each other. So part of me did think like, I was like, oh, if I stay here, I'm sort of like in a box. Like I'm struggling to get away from it. Yeah. But I just got lucky that I got invited to certain things, and then I would get along with people. And I think the podcast helped as well, because I would come into London a lot for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I was in London, if there was time, I would meet other people and do that sort of thing. But yeah, I did find it tough in the beginning, just because Northamptonshire is just like way out of the way. Like, no one's there.
So
So
whenever I used to tell people, oh, I live in Northampton, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I know. It just,
Yeah.
I just can't be asked. And then like most time, even like until recently, until I moved, like towards the back end before I moved, I don't even know if you noticed, would meet people and then they'd be like, oh, like you live in London? And I would just say yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
know.
Just 'cause
Yeah,
it's
you know.
easier.
I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
I know.
I would just say yeah.
Just ease the conversation.
I just can't be
Yeah.
asked for the whole like, why the fuck do you live there?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, it was just like such a hassle.
Yeah.
Do you ever talk about being from Northamptonshire?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I kind of want to go back, to be honest.
Really?
Me and Liv are looking to go back. Probably our lease ends in September.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably head back because as much as I liked being in London, there's so many aspects of like Northamptonshire that I prefer. Like I like being around the countryside. I like that sort of thing. And when I need to come in for work, I'll come in for work in London. So yeah, maybe I'm going back. So
Bro, that's sick.
Yeah.
But I feel the same. I couldn't. I live a lot closer now, but I live in Hertfordshire. I couldn't make the jump into like living in London, and like where I live is very similar, like mad countryside and stuff. Yeah. And I feel like I need it. Like I need
that's a good balance.
I need the space. I can't work here and live here.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah, everything feels like work otherwise.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be nice to get.
Oh, dude, well played. You're actually gonna go back potentially.
Going back.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. Nice.
So yeah. All right. Next question. How do you? I feel so weird asking the questions and answering. It's like, right, next question. How do you convince brands for you to create such personalized campaigns?
That's a good question.
I actually say part of it's Emily.
Really?
In the background.
GG's Emily.
She'll say now, like, in the beginning, I was just seeing what I could get away with brands. And sometimes I would just get lucky. I'd be like, I'm only going to do a skit for this video. It has to be in this style. And they'd either say yes or no. So if they say yes, then I tend to get creative freedom because they're already open to that idea. But now it's very much like if something comes in and they don't want to give any creative freedom, we just turn it away.
Okay.
And Emily just makes it clear, like, this is how we want to do it.
Yeah.
And if we can't do it this way, we won't do it. Because otherwise it's just, I don't want to make my accounts like a billboard for certain things. Right?
Yeah,
I'm like,
for real.
you have to get this. I just want it to be way more organic and natural.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just how I've tried to always do it. There's definitely some ads on my account that are way more addy, but I try to avoid them. And now especially really try to avoid that sort of
Oh, dude,
approach.
well,
Well played, man.
it
helps
pays
in the
off,
long
right?
run.
Lands. Like there's been at least 3 solid times, considering I almost look for ads, considering that like there's been at least 3 times where I've watched one of your videos and we're talking 85% of the way through the TikTok. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is an ad.
It's an ad.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that when you realize you're watching an ad, you're like, damn.
Yeah, bro. So like, honest to God, well played.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well
Thanks.
played. And it's something that we've tried to do like a few times in which like we actually like when we did like the Severance thing, for example, that was for fun, but it would have been a sick ad.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so many times we have like really cool concepts where we'll get a brand deal come in and we'll be like, can we do it this way or can we do it that way? And then they're just like not interested.
Yeah.
In the slightest. And you have like a nice, I think it's really, really cool to see that you've spent enough time getting like proof of concept so that the more chances you get creative freedom, the more likely you are to get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Again.
Yeah, that
and
is
I think,
true.
I just think for creators in general, it's like very, very cool.
Yeah.
So like well played.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's sick.
It really does depend on the brand as well, because some brands, like, they're not really interested in having something organic. Like, they just want something very addy.
Yeah.
And they're not bothered about how it performs. So it just depends, like, whether they're open to a different approach.
Yeah, I don't know what
that's
that's
weird.
about though,
That's
man.
weird.
Yeah.
Because
why would then approach
yeah,
it?
there's no point.
Yeah.
Because this is my style. Why approach it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's rough.
Yeah. Okay, back to the iPad.
Yeah, shut up, guys. I've got questions through.
What's your goals for your own content and friends from work? Do the Sidemen have anything to worry about? For my own content, I'm just going to keep doing what I do.
Nice.
I would like to like mix it up a little bit and go for some like bigger concepts away from reaction, but I find it super hard when you test something different. It doesn't tend to go down so well. So I think that's like a perseverance kind of thing. I've got to get over, like, maybe the views are lower on something new. Just keep going.
People don't like change. A lot of people don't like change.
That's very true.
It's tough. Like this is like a weird. We've had this conversation a few times about like when you do want to do something different, and you kind of do have to just like pay the price. You're obviously coming in at a more privileged position because your low views would be someone's dream.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like it's tough competing with, because we have that a lot with certain stuff that we like to do. And it's like, oh, we should do this, and then we'll clip it up for TikTok, and it bombs.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, why is it bombed? It's like, well, there's someone else who does this all the time.
Yeah.
So if I want to go on a TikTok account of like see some cooking shit, I don't need to watch James and Fuhad cooking because there's actually a guy who
Someone's
cooks.
doing it. That's very true.
Who's already cooking. So I'd rather just watch them.
Yeah.
But it does take time to like consistently like push and push and push and push, and eventually like it does fly. Like great example is Carl Anderson does like house refurbs now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's been doing it for like a year.
Okay.
Like even more than a year now.
Okay.
Him and his missus. And like, I'm not like, it's fucking decent.
Yeah.
Fair play.
And they just,
Super
they
entertaining.
just finished their first house now.
Oh, so
And like, I haven't told him, I've been in the journey. I've watched there from the beginning. Yeah, dude, I've been there from the jump. Yeah, bro. And I'm locked in. And now like their account performs really, really, really well.
Okay.
But at first it was like, whatever. But it takes time. And then eventually, if you can get your personality involved in the new thing that you want to do, then you're flying. But yeah, it does.
It's true, yeah.
You do have to kind of go in knowing like, okay, this is going to tank for like 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to persevere. So maybe I'll mix up a little bit, but if I do, I'll persevere. So we'll see where that goes. Friends from work-wise, I think we'll just continue like doing what we do now. I think the Sidemen is such a great like blueprint to look at, like what they've done and how they've done it. And we don't intend to like copy them, but definitely take inspiration from them and how they film their videos and what sort of videos work for them. And they've got nothing to worry about because
They're gone.
they
bro.
are clear.
yeah, too clear.
But we'll be taking inspiration from them. And they're super cool to talk to about it as well, because we spoke a lot with them beforehand.
Okay.
George had a few conversations, and if you see them, they're just really great at giving advice on like how to make things work. So
Sick.
so it's been really helpful having them there. And then just keep going, see where it goes.
Fair play, bro.
Nice, man. It's really cool.
Damn. Well,
Really
dude, this has been a wonderful conversation.
Yes.
And you're nowhere near as shy as the episode on the fellas.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, way chatty.
I
book, bro.
finally made it out of my shell.
Open book for real.
Fair play. Well, bro, thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
This
thanks for
has
having
been
me.
decent.
Yeah.
And congrats on everything. And obviously all the best on all
What's
the
to come,
future
yeah.
and shit.
Thank you.
And guys, Italian batch at last. Yay.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.